Okay, welcome. So I'm coming to the end of my fourth week driving for Uber, so I thought I would just share some of my experiences. I've made a couple other videos on the first few weeks. Now, first of all, I do watch some of the videos made from other drivers. I think it's actually helpful to share our experiences. So people like the Uberman, Drive Girl Drive, and UberDriver.guru, among others, have found your videos to be very helpful. So let's just talk about revenue for this week. So once again, I don't do this full time. I just do it part time while I'm looking for another job. I got downsized a while back, so I'm just kind of doing this to fill in some time and give me a little extra money while I look for another job. But this week I had $146.85 in revenue. And I say revenue, not earnings, because in earnings we'd have to subtract out my expenses. So $146.85 over 23 trips is like $6.38 per trip, which is pretty close to what I had last week. I think it was like $6.30. Now this week I found out that I believe I qualified for a $55 bonus. It's not much, but it's something. I had to drive like 18 trips, and then I found out Thursday night that I had 16 trips, and I said, oh, well, I've got rest of Friday and Saturday to get those 2 trips. Well, the problem is Uber's week and the way they do their bonus seem to be different. I think the week goes, let's say, from Monday to Sunday, but the way they do their bonus sometimes seems to go like Friday 4 a.m. till the next Friday 4 a.m. So actually I had to get those 2 trips in by Friday night, so I went out again on Thursday night. But anyway, so if I take $146.85 and add in the $55 bonus that I think I earned, that would be $201.85 in revenue. And then if I subtract out I think about $60 in gas, that would be $141.85 earnings, and that excludes depreciation on the car and maintenance. I didn't have any out-of-pocket maintenance this week, but at some point your tires will wear down. You'll have to get oil changed sooner than you would have, etc. But $141.85 over 17 hours, and I'm just estimating. I usually work about let's say between 3 and 4 hours a day, so roughly 15 to 20 hours a week. So let's say 17 hours. So $141.85 over 17 hours is about $8.34 per hour, which is actually less than the minimum wage in California, which is $12 an hour as of July 1st, but we're not actually employees, we're independent contractors, so that doesn't apply to us. Incidentally, if I took out the bonus, it's only $5.11 per hour, so I guess the moral of the story is make sure you qualify for the bonus, and especially if, let's say, you have to do 18 trips and you're at 16, for God's sakes, do the last 2 trips to get the bonus. Don't be so close and then not get the bonus. So I want to talk about one ride in particular. So now this has to do with the pool customers. I think I've explained in the previous videos that a pool customer is someone who's basically saying, okay, I'm going to come in the car and I'm going to allow other customers that I don't know to also come in the car, sort of like taking a bus, but for that I get a reduced rate. Now, I had one young lady that I picked up over at Bonnie Avenue in Pasadena, that's right near Pasadena City College, and I took her to her home in La Crescenta. So it was like Monday morning, like a little after 10 a.m., and it took actually 21 minutes to get there, because it's not rush hour, but it's still a lot of heavy traffic, people going there. So it took 21 minutes to go 11.8 miles, and then I look at the app after I drop her off, and I made $2.62, which is basically sort of like the minimum fare. And it seems like a lot of those pool customers, that's what I'm getting. So then the other thing is, I'm now in La Crescenta. I live in Pasadena. I got to come 17 minutes back. The traffic was a little better coming back, so it took 17 minutes instead of 21. But still, and I didn't have a fare coming back. So moral of the story is I spent 21 minutes to get there, 17 minutes back, which is a total of 38 minutes, plus it probably took me a few minutes to go and pick her up, let's say 4 minutes. So I spent like 42 minutes of my time to earn $2.62. Now I have a Honda CR-V, a 2011, and it actually gets 21 miles city, 28 highway, so it actually probably used like a gallon of gas, let's say, to do that. So at $3.30, which is mid-grade gas in California in the heat of the summer. So I actually lost money on that trip. So bottom line is I can't do too many trips like that. Now, let's just say I notice when I go to Pasadena City College, I tend to get a lot of those pool customers. And I'm not going to reject those customers, by the way. I'm not going to sit there and say, okay, it's a pool, I'm going to, reject it. But I'm not necessarily going to position myself over there, because I'm probably going to get those kind of rides all day long. If I sat there for 4 hours, let's say over 4 hours, maybe I'd get 10 rides, but at $2.62, that's $26.20, right, in revenue. But then maybe I'd spend at least $10 in gas, maybe more than that. So $26.20 less $10 in gas, $16.20 for 4 hours work. That just doesn't add up. That's a little over $4 an hour. So once again, can't do that for too long. I am running a business here, so let's see. So as I did in some of the other videos, let's just talk about the customers. Customers actually continue to be really, really nice. No problem with the customers. They've been great. And I'm not going to, I had 23 trips. I'm not going to mention every customer, but I just want to give you an idea without getting into too much specifics on people, their addresses or things like that. Who's taking Uber, where are they going, things like that. So Monday morning started out with an interesting ride. Picked somebody up on California Boulevard near Caltech, and he had these big cases, which I found out were drums. He was a drummer in a band going over to rehearsal. Took him over to a rehearsal not that far from the Rose Bowl. Really nice guy. Then I had that young lady, once again, very, very nice student, but taking her from PCC to La Crescenta, don't make any money on that. And we had a nice conversation on the way over, but I just don't make any money. I wish I could pay my rent with nice conversations, because then I'd be all set. Then I went over to San Marino, which I actually found is a good place to get customers. You're not getting so much the pool customers, you're getting more wealthier people that own homes and things like that. Got this guy, we went from his home to the Westin Pasadena. Evidently, for some reason, he had a bunch of luggage over there. I guess he said he had gone overseas, and I don't know if he took the Westin shuttle from the airport, and that's why the luggage was there, or how it ended up there. But he wanted to basically pick up the luggage at the Westin and then go back to his house, so that's what we did. And he was a nice guy. Let's see. Wednesday, I actually had an interesting customer. There was a lady that had 4 crates of avocados, plus, I don't know, another package of something like forks or spoons. She worked at a restaurant, and she said that some of the drivers actually didn't like the fact that she wanted to load the food. I don't know if she always got avocados or whatever into the car. I was like, as far as I know, avocados don't smell. If it was durian or something, then it might be different. But you want to bring avocados in my car, then I don't really care. So she had 4 crates of avocados, and she was working over there in a restaurant over on Colorado Boulevard in Pasadena. So we did that. And then I had a nice lady from India who I picked up that at the Huntington Library and over to the Courtyard Marriott over in Old Town Pasadena. Evidently, I picked up a bunch of people from the Huntington Library, and they all say that the Huntington Library has quite a good library because they do research there. Incidentally, if you've never been to the Huntington Library, it's much more than a library. It's botanical gardens. It is absolutely beautiful. I think it was built by the guy Huntington that had the railroads business early on, and it's absolutely beautiful. So if you are coming to the Pasadena, San Marino area, then definitely stop by the Huntington Library. Let's see, what else? So as I mentioned before, Thursday night I found out that I had 16 trips, but then I needed 18 trips to qualify for the pool, but the problem is it expired at 4 a.m., so I had to get 2 trips, so I went back out on Thursday night. I was hoping to just get 2 really quick trips and qualify. I didn't really care if I made money on those trips, just as long as they were like quick and I could just hit the bonus. But I ended up getting a longer ride from a nice guy, young guy. Said he was visiting his aunt over there in Pasadena, and he lived in El Monte. So it was another pool trip. Went to El Monte, picked up a couple of other passengers, lady going to Temple City, and a nice mom and daughter going to some area of El Monte as well. Daughter was really, really cute. Kept asking her mom, "Mommy, do I talk too much?" But she was very funny. Anyway, then this morning, had a absolutely lovely, lovely woman who worked at USC as a counselor. Took her from Pasadena down to USC where she worked. And then I was over in Pasadena near Caltech, and my app went off, and there were 2 women on vacation from Sydney, Australia, One was kind of quiet. I think she was still jet lagged, so she was kind of sleeping in the back. But I was talking with the other one, who was quite beautiful, by the way, and we had a really nice conversation. And they were going actually to Union Station in downtown Los Angeles so that they can go to San Diego for the weekend. So very, very nice ride there. So anyway, this is John, and thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again.